All right, hey, shalom, shalom. Before I get started, as always, I want to give all praise to our power, Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Racha HaKodash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone, and salutation and blessings to the hopeful members of the elect that are scattered throughout the four winds of the earth, that believe wholeheartedly in the true doctrine that is being pushed throughout the four winds of the earth, who are in hope of mercy and salvation during the time of Jacob's trouble, as well as when Yahweh Shai returns to the planet Earth. All right, I have this video queued up. This is dealing with the punishment that Esau Edom has coming upon him. All right, you know, as the scriptures tell us, though hand join in hand, yet the wicked shall not be unpunished. And one of the reasons these devils are gonna be punished, and they're gonna be punished to the full extent the full extent of the law, as they would tell Jake in their their justice justice system. All right, uh, uh, they're gonna be punished to the full extent of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai's law, and be paid back the just desert of the horrors that they have committed on the planet Earth. All right, in this case here, I'm sitting here checking out some videos and articles on the People's Voice here on Rumble, and I've come across this one, um, which I don't believe that this is the title, because I think once you listen to one, it'll just keep playing to others. Um, so I don't believe that this is the title to this, because the 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 last one I listened to had this same title, but it was completely different of what was on the actual video, because I just let it play through as I was in there juicing my watermelon. But anyways, um, this woman here by the name of Laura Logan, all right, she was on mainstream media over in the UK somewhere, all right, exposing how the global elite, excuse me, how the global elite, um, are the A, the Adri, no Chrysome, all right, basically using blood as the fountain of youth, and she's posing the question, where do we get where's all this blood coming from? Where are all the missing children from the from CPS? No, she's posing all these questions, and the only thing that she's getting is she's getting banned from mainstream media for speaking out against this damn devil and what he's doing behind closed doors. All right, so I'm gonna let this little bit play, um, maybe a couple minutes, to where she's going in on this very topic, and this is one of the reasons that you devils will receive the judgment that you're gonna receive. All right, it's because of uh, uh, the wickedness. All right, the wickedness that you've pushed on the planet Earth. Let me get a scripture real quick. All right, and anybody that say that you know that Edomites can make it, you don't understand the scriptures. You have no idea. The Lord is gonna punish all Edom. All right. Let me get that hand join in hand. Okay. This man has a punishment that he has to pay. Okay. This is the book of Proverbs 11 and 21. Um, Yeah, just 11 and 21. It says, though hand join in hand, the wicked shall not be unpunished. All right. But the seed of the righteous shall be delivered, meaning the elect of the nation of Israel is going to be delivered. But the seed of the wicked, all right, the wicked shall not be unpunished. And this is one of the reasons why I'm getting ready to play this video. They will be punished out here, okay? Here's another one. Proverbs 16 and 5. Everyone that is proud in heart is an abomination to the Lord. Though hand join in hand, he shall not be unpunished. And Esau is proud in heart. All right? Because nothing has happened to these devils for the heinous crimes that they've committed on the planet Earth. But now you have people that have been on the inside who have been to certain rituals, thinking that they're going to, an actual political figure party. When they show up, it's a whole goddamn baby sacrifice ritual that they have to take part in and actually watch. All right. And if they speak on those things, they lullaby them. All right. But a lot of these people that have been there and who were messed up behind it, who have been silent, are now starting to come to the forefront. All right. Which this lady Laura Logan, all right, is one of them. Okay. So let's listen to what she has to say a little bit.
Detective services for participating in the most heinous crimes. Before we dive into these claims, it's worth remembering who is making them. Participative services, and she is pointing to chuckdefense.com/TPV. According to Laura Logan, the globalist elites dine on the blood of children, and she is pointing the finger of blame directly at the Biden regime and Child Protective Services for participating in the most heinous crimes. Before we dive into...
And what children are in that system, as they call CPS? Israelite children, for the most part. Israelite children are those who are part of that so-called Child Protective Services. All right, and this is where a lot of the children go missing. This is where a lot of children become trafficked, become SEX slaves for these elite. All right.
Claims it's worth remembering who is making them. Laura Logan is a seasoned and highly respected investigative journalist with a career in mainstream media that granted her access to the corridors of power across the globe. During her time at CBS's 60 Minutes, where she rose to the position of chief foreign affairs correspondent, Logan covered some of the most important stories of the time, including the war on terror in Afghanistan, the events in Benghazi, and the Arab Spring. In other words, she's a pro and she knows her shit. But the mainstream media have decided across the board to ban her from appearing on air. Could this possibly be because Laura Logan has been speaking too much truth? During an interview on Newsmax with host Eric Bowling, Logan was asked if God is okay with a closed border. That was Logan's cue to stop reading from the official script.
I have to ask you this because my audience is very God-fearing, God-loving, etc. Final thought. I only a couple of seconds, please. Is God okay with a closed border?
It's much bigger than that. God believes that in sovereignty and national identity and the sanctity of family and all the things that we've lived with from the beginning of time. And he knows that the open border is Satan's way of taking control of the world through all of these people who are his stooges and his servants. And they may think that they're going to become gods. That's what they tell us. Yuval Noah Harari and all the rest of them at the World Economic Forum. You know, the ones who want us eating insects, cockroaches, and that while they dine on the blood of children. Yeah. Those are the people, right? They're not going to win.
And she didn't hold back. She said, while they dine on the blood of children. All right? Because that's exactly what they do. All right? Let me play some more.
They're not going to win.
Social media was immediately up in arms, with the woke mob demanding her head on a platter. Newsmax caved, condemning Logan and promising to join the rest of the mainstream media in never giving her airtime ever again. To learn who really rules over us, simply find out who we're not allowed to criticise. Shortly after the interview, Logan appeared on The Absolute Truth on Frank Speech TV to discuss her cancellation by the media and her revelation that the elite are involved in sickening crimes against children. Welcoming Logan onto her show, Esmeralda Robinson played a local news segment to prove that the truth about the elite's fetish for children's blood has been hiding in plain sight.
Now, the truth has been in plain sight for years. In fact, here's a news story that ran in 2018 all about people paying $8,000 for young people's blood.
On the Health Watch, could the secret to eternal youth be found in blood transfusions from young people? Health reporter Stephanie Stahl has more on a controversial new treatment that's being tested.
Transfusions with young blood from teenagers. Some claim it can reverse the aging process. It's being tested in patients over the age of 35 as part of a clinical trial called Ambrosia, where people paid $8,000 to get the rich growth factors found in blood plasma platelets.
Logan then took the opportunity to set the record straight and drop...
Which that in itself is wicked. Blood transfusions and all of that, man. Mixing of DNAs. Okay? This man is just totally contrary to the scriptures, man. Alright?
...of truth bombs about the elite's thirst for the blood of children.
The reason I believe that people reacted that way is it's all about the children. The question they don't want us asking is, where are all the missing children? What happens to these children? How can hundreds of thousands of kids go missing in the United States every year and nobody knows where they are? They just vanish? I don't think so. I mean, between facial recognition software, voice recognition software, and all the different ways to track people, how can we in this day and age not be able to find them? How can hundreds of thousands of children have disappeared from the records of CPS?
Look at that. All right. And I remember a couple years ago? Let me see. I think it was like 25,000 children missing from DHS. I believe it was Department of Homeland Security. Yep, here it is here. The article right here. So she's not just saying shit. Alright, this was like a couple years ago. Alright, it says Biden administration lost nearly 20,000 migrants. They didn't lose nothing, man. Alright? They use these children to harvest their blood. Alright, because we dealing with demons. Alright, these people are demons in the flesh. Alright? Let's just read this first paragraph. In September, Republican Andy Biggs asked the Department of Health and Human Services for information on unaccompanied alien children, alien minors who enter illegally and who have been released to sponsors in this country. Biggs tweeted out the response this week. The big takeaways: the Biden administration has lost track of nearly 20,000 children. I don't like using the word kids, but in this case, they were considered kids because they were sacrificed as baby goats, because that's what a kid is. All right. It says, and the more than 146,000 children in total it has released would be the 18th largest school district in the United States at an added cost to local taxpayers of $4.6 billion annually. So this is nothing new that these devils have been doing. And this goes back to 2022. All right? Where this article came out, man. I remember as a child being followed by some goddamn devils in a stretch town car, man. Late 80s. Okay, they followed me and my friend all the way to school through neighborhoods. All right, and we didn't know what was going on at the time. We were just, pretending to be gangsters running from the police. And every time we seen the car, we booked it. And I remember distinctly because that particular day, it was my so-called birthday, which landed on Friday the 13th, which the reason I believe the Most High kept that memory in my mind was for now. You know, the things that I've learned, all right, with Friday the 13th being a highly sacrificial day on the left hand side for these goddamn devils, man. All right. And I never forget the last time we saw them, we were like literally a corner away from our school, and they rolled up and they had the back window rolled down, and I could see two devils in men in black suits. All right, two white men in men in black suits, man. All right, they were looking to snatch up young Jake children because we were coming from the projects. All right, we walked from the projects to our school. So these devils have been doing this, man, and now you have a lot of people blowing the whistle, as this woman, Laura Logan. All right, and we got the receipts to prove it. This is nothing new under. It's not just the so-called Biden administration. This has been Edomite orchestrated, planned, if you want to call it, a planned goddamn genocidal freak demonic whatever, man. They've been doing this, all right, and now that we're at the end of their reign, the Heavenly Father is bringing it all to the forefront, all right. So let's listen to her a little more. That was just the receipt. I'll place these links in the description box. Lord will, I remember. You can check things out yourself.
You know, how can our child protective services, you speak to anybody in the trafficking industry, and they will tell you that CPS is involved. I'm working right now investigating a case where CPS has been involved with this trafficker for more than 20 years. Okay, targeting single mothers, taking...
For more than 20 years. So they've been doing this. When we were growing up, you had the have you seen me milk cartons on the half a gallon of milk. There was a child on there, all right, and a lot of them were Israelite children, all right. You used to be able to go on Walmart and they have a bunch of pictures on the wall. Have you missing person, you know, and majority be Israelites. And the Lord is telling us, you know, that these devils have been kidnapping and stealing children and sacrificing them onto their idols. The Bohemian Grove is a major sacrificial spot for children. All right, and this is what these devils do behind closed doors. Don't think that that's not what's going on, man. Matter of fact, let's go. Spiritual wickedness in high places. In Ephesians 6, all right, 6 and 12, it says, "For we wrestle not against flesh and blood, but against principalities," because it's principalities and demons and ultimately Satan that get these devils to do these things, all right, so that they can maintain power, all right, maintain power in over the world, okay. But that power is dwindling because they are on their way out. This is why everything is being exposed, okay. It says, "For we wrestle not against flesh and blood, but against principalities, against powers, against the rulers of the darkness of this world," which are these warlocks. The elite bankers are warlocks, all right. They're warlocks, all right. They're witches, and they have demons that they conjure up to get guidance from, all right. And this is who we're warned against, all right. And against spiritual wickedness in high places, all right. This is what's being exposed. Spiritual wickedness in high places, all right. This is why you got Mike Adams now. He's on this whole spiritual kick. Every show he does now, he does a Bible section of it, which he doesn't understand the Bible, all right. Tucker Carlson, when he was on the Sean Ryan show, he made the statement that the people that believe in the Bible and know the Bible are the smartest people on the planet right now, and have been the smartest people. And he mentioned Christians, but he know damn well the average Christian don't know the Bible. He ran into the prophets, Tucker Carlson. All right, he ran across the true prophets of Yahweh Shem Shai. So this is one thing for certain. He knows that those who truly believe in the Bible are the smartest people on the planet. All right, because he ran into the Most High's men, the prophets. All right. So this man is being exposed at an all-time high. All right. And this is the type of shit that he does behind closed doors, that he has been doing behind closed doors. All right. Let's listen to a little more.
Taking them into courtrooms, taking their children from them, and using their children for, for pedophiles, for sex rings, for child porn, for snuff videos, and so on. You listen to Jaco Boyens, who is one of the leading voices in the counter-trafficking movement, right? Because a lot of those organizations can't be trusted. But people like Jaco Boyens, they can be trusted. And they will tell you that the United States is the #1 destination in the world for sex trafficking, that every sex trafficking ring worldwide knows bring the kids to the United States, that this administration is participating in the trafficking of kids because they're paying companies, LLCs and nonprofits and church groups, they're paying them to take these kids and disappear them. And I mean, I interviewed a guy who worked in Homeland Security investigations for decades, and he was at a contractor. And he said, we're being paid millions of dollars. I'm carrying kids to the ER. They've got broken bones. They've got COVID. They've got all kinds of illnesses. We clean them up and we put a Band-Aid on the problem. We go back and we get rid of them. They don't do checks. They hand them over to people. They could be sex offenders. They could be, hardened criminals. They could be illegal. They could be anything. And nobody even checks. They just get rid of these kids as fast as they can. And when it comes, Politico, USA Today, I mean, a gazillion mainstream outlets, including the report that you showed, have talked about the blood of young children being the secret to anti-aging. And why does nobody ask, where does blood come from? How do you get the blood of young children? And does it matter if the children are younger and younger and younger? So now are you talking about the blood of babies now? Is that what you're talking about? No, we're fine doing articles that say, use the blood of young children to reverse aging. Or Yuval Noah Harari believes in transhumanism and that we will ascend to be gods and that most of the planet will be useless eaters and we don't need. But wait a minute, no journalist follows up and says, whose blood? Where do you get it? How much does it take? And how do you get the blood of babies? Or to Yuval Noah Harari, wait a minute, you're talking about genocide.
To those who are...
Exactly. And this is what we're starting to see. A lot of these people are blowing the whistle. They coming out and they actually asking questions. All right? Asking the questions that the prophets have been telling you what's been going on. All right? So there you have it, man. All right, and that's just one woman who brought that fact out. All right. Why aren't those questions being asked? All right. Whose blood and this, that, and the third, and this is part of the reason this man will receive the judgment that he's gonna receive. All right. This is the book of Ezekiel, chapter 35, verse 6. It says, "Therefore, as I live, saith the Lord power, I will prepare thee unto blood, and blood shall pursue thee. Since thou hast not hated blood, even blood shall pursue thee." And a part of him not hating the blood is child sacrifice. Extracting the blood from a terrified child, all right, in order for them to have to drink, for them to stay young. All right, a good movie to watch that depicts that is what's the name of that movie, man, with the witch? What is the name of that movie, man? Damn, it's gonna bother me, man. If any brother know what I'm talking about, where they referred to the child's steam. They referred to it as steam. All right, they would scare the child and scare him so much, and cut him a little bit to where he releases off. They called it steam in the movie. Damn, what's the name of that movie, man? I can't even think of that movie, man. I think it's the sequel to The Shining, but that wasn't the name of it. But I forget the actual name of the movie where the little Jake girl, she was so powerful. She had power to back them witches up. She had power telepathy powers. All right. But anyway, that's a good movie to watch, and that depicts how they use adrenochrome, all right, as their youth, but the way they get it is the most heinous and vile and demonic way, all right, which is sacrificing of young children, mainly Israelite children. So this is why blood is going to pursue these devils, all right, because they have not hated blood, all right. So now blood is going to pursue them, okay. As a matter of fact, Isaiah 63, Yahushua is going to smash your blood, all right. He gonna make a mess, metaphorically, by how much blood of yours he's gonna spill, okay. This is Isaiah 63:1. It says, who is he, or who is this that cometh from Edom with dyed garments from Basra? This that is glorious in his apparel, traveling in the greatness of his strength. I that speak in righteousness, mighty to save. And this is the only way we're going to get this man up off of us, man. All right? We won't get any relief. We won't get any reparations. We won't get nothing from this goddamn devil if our Lord Yahushua doesn't return and snatches him off the throne. All right? This is why Yahushua is so important. What he did over 2,000 years ago is so important, because we wouldn't be able to go into these scriptures now, pinpoint who the devil is, all right? Pinpoint the future, the prophecies, all right, without Yahushua laying his life down, all right, and getting ready to make his second return to redeem us, okay? Verse 2, it says, wherefore art thou red in thine apparel, and thy garments like him that treadeth in the wine fat? I have trodden the winepress alone, and of the people there was none with me. For I will tread them in mine anger. Who is the them? All right, going back to the first verse, who is this that cometh from Edom? All right, you so-called white people, you're the Edomites. All right, you're the Edomites that the Lord is going to tread in his anger, okay? And trample them in my fury. And their blood shall be sprinkled upon my garments, and I will stain all my raiment. And that's metaphoric speaking, because Yahushua is not going to stain his garment. This is just metaphor talk about how much killing the Lord is going to do. And that's pursuant to Isaiah the 66th chapter, 15th verse. All right, where the Lord said, let me get that real quick. Let's get that. Isaiah 66 and 15, okay? It says, for behold, the Lord will come with fire, and with his chariots like a whirlwind, to render his anger with fury, and his rebuke with flames of fire. For by fire and by his sword will the Lord plead with all flesh, and the slain of the Lord shall be many. Meaning he gonna do a lot of killing. All right, not that he's gonna actually stain his raiment, as we were just reading in Isaiah 63. That was metaphor speaking, but he's gonna do a whole lot of killing, especially amongst you Edomites. All right. Verse 3 again. I have trodden the winepress alone, and the people there was none with me. For I will tread them in mine anger, and trample them in my fury. And their blood shall be sprinkled upon my garments, and I will stain all my raiment. For the day of vengeance is in mine heart, and the year of my redeemed is come. And you don't think the Lord has been seeing this devil with all the child sacrifice that he's been doing? All right, the the Bohemian groves and the different groves that he has set up, the underground tunnels, the secret castles, and the tunnels under Disneyland, on how he kidnaps children and secretes their blood in the form of fear. They put them in a state of fear and extract their blood so that they can drink it for their youth. All right? You don't think the Lord has seen these goddamn devils? This is part of the reason the Lord said what he said. The day of vengeance is in mine heart. All right? Okay? When you look up this word vengeance, let's get it. Naquam. All right? It's the Hebrew word Naquam. Vengeance. All right? Revenge. Avenge. Quarrel. Vengeance. All right? And how are we going to get the revenge on this? We need our Lord to come do it, man. Okay? Because more than half of our people don't even believe the shit that these whistleblowers are coming out saying. Because it's so goddamn demonic and outlandish. It's like, hell no, ain't nobody. Yes, yes, they are doing it. All right? They are doing it. Matter of fact, from here, let's go to the book of 2 Thessalonians. Is it 6 and 2? Or is it 2 and 6? Yeah, it gotta be 2 and 6. It's probably 1 Thessalonians. Let's go back. Let me type in recompense. One and 6. Lock here. 2 Thessalonians 1 and 6. All right. Yeah, we're gonna start at 6. It says, seeing it is a righteous thing with God, all right, the Most High, Yahweh, through his Son, Yahweh Shai, all right, to recompense tribulation to them that trouble you, all right. And since this man has been in the power seat, he's been troubling us, all right. Children missing, women missing, men missing, all right. All for the sake of him sacrificing and doing these way out crazy ass demonic rituals on the blood of the Israelites. Okay? That's verse 7. And to you who are troubled, rest with us. And this is where our rest is at, in this knowledge, this truth of knowing that Yahweh Shai is going to come and deal with this devil. All right? And to you who are troubled, rest with us when the Lord Yahweh Shai shall be revealed from heaven with his mighty angels in flaming fire, taking vengeance on them that know not the Most High and that obey not the gospel of our Lord Hamashiach Yahweh Shai. All right? who shall be punished with everlasting destruction from the presence of the Lord and from the glory of his power. All right? And that's what's getting ready to happen to this devil. They're going to be punished, and then they're going to serve a hardcore 1,000 years of slavery for the atrocities that they've committed. And this is just one. All right? The kidnapping and the sacrificing of Israelite babies going back decades. I'm talking about decades, probably centuries. More than likely centuries. All right? So, I'll place this link in the description box if you want to watch the whole video. Lord will, this was edifying to the hopeful elect. And we on to the next. Shalom.